Hello, hello, hello. Now I did something really stupid. I have to send the link to my co-host in order for her to come on. And I'm sitting here watching the screen, waiting for her to pop up. And I realize, crazy woman, you haven't sent her the link. How is she going to join you if you don't send her the link? Yep, that was me. Yes, I did the crazy and I forgot to send the link. I'm sitting up here watching time saying, where is Tamara? Is she not coming on? Where is Tamara? And I forgot to send her the link. So I just sent her the link and she's just coming on. Hi, Tamara.
Hi, hi, hi.
Did you hook up
How are
the link?
I was on the old link. I'm
I was
like,
sitting up
what's
here
going
going, where's
on?
Tamara? She's normally here before now. And I was like, oh, you did not send her the link.
No,
Ugh.
you didn't.
It is my fault. I am
Miss
very sorry.
Stephanie, how was your week?
My week has been interesting.
Ah,
Very
well, before
interesting.
you do that, are we live on your
I'm
channel?
getting ready to check right now. Make sure I'm live
Okay.
on my channel. My girlfriend told me she got the
Let's
announcement for it. Yep, there it is. It's on my channel.
okay.
So
You're
I
on
am live
YouTube tips.
today. Because last week,
It's on
girl,
YouTube tips today.
it's on both channels. It should be on both. Let me see. Girl, let me tell you what I did. I was watching the show and I took notes from the show and I put the titles this time of where I was watching it from, wherever I watching the
Oh,
video from. So that way I wasn't getting confused of where the information came from. I put it in sections to show
oh,
where
oh,
I got it
excuse
from.
me.
I
Okay,
made sure I did that today.
okay, excuse me.
Hey,
I
Nico.
watched the recap and I took a little notes
I had to
because
take notes because I said we were jumping around from show to show, couldn't remember what show. I said this time I'm gonna have my questions, my hints, whatever I want to make a point about on their show. Make sure I have it written down. Now,
and let's hold off on the juicy stuff.
girl,
Let's leave the juicy stuff till all the peeps get here.
girl, let me tell you.
Have
Uh,
you been watching any of the extra stuff?
I watched Tiny's pod today, her podcast.
Oh, I didn't see
And
that.
I caught a little bit of what she was saying about, the whole thing. She was saying from the beginning that she wasn't really comfortable with doing a tour or a show with SWV. What are you saying? So now you on some senior citizens type. Girl, stop. I'm not on no senior citizens.
Who's that?
Miko was a friend of mine. She is stupid.
Not no senior citizens, Miss Steph.
Well, Tiny said that she had respect for SWB. And she said they've always been cool because she was always cool with Lily. And that what's the other girl name? Taja?
Taj.
Taj. She said with Taj that her and Candy worked with Taj writing songs for her album, so they got to really know Taj. So
Okay.
they were cool with both. She was cool both with Lily and Taj, but she knew
Okay.
of Coco, but she didn't know Coco.
Okay.
She said she wanted. Yes, I take notes, Miko. Yes, I took notes so I can remember what I want to talk about. She said that she did not want to lose that respect that she had for them, because
Okay.
she knew that sometime when you have big stars, when they go on a tour together, it's drama because one person thinks I'm bigger than you and you're bigger than me, and this kind of stuff. And she didn't want that to happen between them and Xscape, because
Gotcha.
she had a lot of respect for SWV. And that's why she
Mm.
was a little leery about doing this whole show, the concert thing with SWV, because she did not want to lose respect for the women these women. And I get that.
Mm.
I understand that totally. That she did not want to lose the respect, because when you go on tour with somebody and then you find out something that you didn't know and you're not happy with them, then boom, you kind of cut it off.
Yeah.
But then she also spoke on some things that I went, She was saying that, um, you know how they were arguing about who was going to be the headliner, who was going to be
Mm-hmm.
the headliner. They wanted to be the headliner. Coco said that she wanted Xscape to be the head. I mean, SWV to be the headliner because they were the older group and da 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 da.
Mm-hmm.
But what she did not say was, if we are co headliners, we gonna pay half the bills. We're gonna pay for half of the stuff to set up the tours. We're gonna pay half the fees for paying the people that work with us for this tour. We're gonna pay half of this. No, they just wanted to be headliners, but not pay no bills.
Well,
Hi,
my
Michelle.
dear, somebody's not saying the right thing. Or maybe this is how it usually works, but for this particular one, I keep repeating, it was never supposed to be a tour.
Right,
It was supposed to be a one-time show, and
right.
then maybe it parlays into a tour. So
Well,
what
see,
Candy explained,
they end up doing a show here in Houston, and they did one in Atlanta. So
one show.
the thing was that she was saying is that Xscape was the one paying the bills, and Xscape was
But
the one that
see,
was
no,
saying
no, 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 no,
they
no,
were the one
no.
putting the money forth, putting when they got down to it.
Uh-uh.
It got to when it got down to it, the way Tiny explained it was that SWV was getting their money, but Xscape was paying the bills, and they were getting paid as a group.
See, okay. This is why I'm confused. Because when you watch Candy speak on it, which came on right after the show,
Mm-hmm.
what she explained is that um, the promoter is who paid for the show.
Right. But what Tiny said was the group that is the headliner works with the promoter and they pay the bills. And then who's ever on the show, they pay them. But the person like they paid SWV, but SWV didn't pay the places to use them, the engineers and all of that. They didn't pay them. They got their salary set apart. They were paid, but they wasn't in with the promoter and Xscape as far as paying everybody.
That's interesting because Candy never mentioned that.
And see, when
And you
I
know,
was listening to,
Candy's all about her money.
yeah, and see,
Candy did
she
not
was
mention
working.
that. She made it
Tiny
seem
said that her and Candy were working with the promoters to make, and because they were the headline group, and they were making sure everybody got paid. But
Candy made it seem
SWV,
like the
go ahead.
promoters footed everything and nothing came out of their pocket, because then why would it make sense for it to come out of their pocket? That would
But
mean they're
some of the
losing
things
money.
did come out of Escape's pocket to pay for some of the money that they were supposed to get did go toward the show. So I was like, oh, okay, okay. And then she said that one thing that she didn't like is the way
Mhm.
things were brought to them. How well, as far as the group was concerned, if Xscape,
Mhm.
she didn't like how they were all in okay to do these shows, and Latasha didn't tell them. She just came later on and said, "Oh, I'm not coming because I'm gonna do this." And they didn't like the way she brought it to them. They said she did the same way in the 90s when the group broke up. Is the way Latasha came at them about doing her solo career. She, talked negative and down to them, and then, the group broke up because she was quote unquote supposed to do her own thing, but it didn't work that
Mhm.
way.
Right.
And then I also saw a little bit of Candy's interview.
You watch everything.
Where it popped up, and I was like, okay, let me watch this. Let me watch this. Well, I watched a little bit of Candy's thing because Latasha, what is she saying? They don't get along very well. It's the
They don't.
sisters. It's Latasha and her sister and Candy. Candy and Latasha don't get along.
Never
And
did. Never did.
never did. Now, Candy said in her interview, because it was a remark made by Latasha.
Mhm.
Latasha said that Mama Joyce, Candy's mama,
Yes.
called her and said, "You need to quit singing online and on Instagram and stuff. You sound stupid. You need to stop that." Then Latasha said that Mama Joyce went online and wrote comments and stuff about her online, about her being on Instagram and whatever. So Candy was laughing about it because she said, "My mama don't do that kind of stuff." So she called her mother and told her mother what was being said. Miss Joyce, I don't even have that gal number. How am I gonna call her? I don't have her damn number. Then she says, "What social what? Girl, I don't have the Insta Snap stuff. How am I gonna get on Insta social media? I don't get on that social media stuff because I don't even use that stuff. How am I gonna get on there and say something about that child?" I kind of laughed because
She did not
Latasha
mess with Mama Joyce.
did say that this girl mama did that. And
Mm.
I was like, "Oh wow." When I saw
There's
the interview and her
a
mama,
lot of stuff going on.
I
It's
cracked up
crazy.
laughing.
Wow.
I laughed. I said, "This girl, her mama don't play that." And what I really lost respect for Latasha at, why you
Mm.
gonna call Tiny Mama and try to go off on her mama because her mama gave your sister the stuff she needed, who to
She did?
contact to get the information.
She did?
Latasha called Tiny Mama and went
Uh-uh.
off on Tiny's mama about the whole thing with Tamika.
Instead of asking her to lay it out for me.
Right.
Lay it out for
Help
me.
me
Tell me
explain.
exactly.
Explain. Help me
Tell me
understand.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
You don't go on there and do this and that. No, so you're not gonna be talking to my mama sideways. I'm gonna come find you and you're gonna be sideways. You're not
She
talking to my
wouldn't
mama
like
like that.
nobody call her mama and talk to her mama crazy.
So I'm like,
So
no ma'am, no ma'am, no ma'am. Ain't nobody, no ma'am, no ma'am. We are
let me
not.
tell you, I don't know.
You needed yes, I needed my notes, Miko.
You saw that too, right? That's look,
Yes,
I got
she
my
being messy. She is so messy. I got my notes, girl. I'm watching. I
senior
put it in my phone.
citizens over
Girl.
here. We got
Oh,
our notes.
I need to
Okay.
report that. I need to put
We
that
are
in my
good note takers.
girl. When I saw it, I was like, why would you call that girl's mother and disrespect her?
Yeah. No, nobody should have to call anybody's mama unless you're asking to say, hey, I heard
Can you
so and so and
explain
so.
this?
Yeah,
Yeah,
clarify that for me. How did it? No. You
you
know
don't
what the
call her
craziest
and
part
go
is, Miss Steph?
off. I
The
was like,
craziest part about all of this is that Latasha is acting like we're the ones that are crazy. She's acting like we're all stupid.
did you see after the show? Her interview after the show.
We can't connect two dots together.
Girl.
We can't make a straight line.
Hey KJ, Tamika's a single stay with me is getting a lot of radio play on the gospel radio.
Oh,
It
is
may be
it?
a hit. It's a good
I
song,
ain't heard it
KJ.
yet.
It's a good
I ain't heard
song.
it
I
yet,
give her
KJ.
that. It's a good song. I
I
would
have
have to
not
take
heard it yet
notes
on the
too.
radio.
I'm watching 83 people and 5 foot. Yes. yes, Miko. I mean, everything kept popping up about them.
But
So I
how
will
are the
click on it.
sales, KJ? How are the actual sales? Like, I know the radio has to play
I know
it,
they've been
but
playing it, but how,
how are the
yeah.
sales going?
Oh, the sales
How's
good.
how's it being received? I mean, she
Girl,
can blow. We can't take that from
she
her.
can
She can
sing.
blow.
And the
She can
gospel
sing.
song that she has out there is really good. It's a good song. But we're going to talk about the show before we talk about the after show. Because
Okay.
the after show, she said something made me want to go.
Allegedly.
I was like, girl, shut up.
We were all watching the same after show. We looked at we all, I think as a nation, we looked at we did a pause and looked at each other. Am I? Is it? Did I we were all looking at each other like, what did she?
I was like,
She didn't just.
what the other thing she said? My husband was like, what are you talking about in there?
Oh,
girl, look,
Gee.
okay, the first thing I wrote down from the show, Rocky telling Latasha that if this is it, just do it, make it peaceful.
I saw that too.
And I'm like, boy, please, bye. Because you ain't nothing but a roach. You clinging on, and you clinging on, and she's so naive that she's not seeing the controlling. Whenever someone is in your life and they keep you from your family and your friends and keep you isolated, and you can only be around certain people, this is controlling, and you're not seeing the control. Hey, Gigi. So
you in trouble. Anime, you in trouble, girl.
He just,
girl, you in trouble.
He goes, sit, and she said, no, that is never good. When you start alienate you, they get you away from your family and your friends and start doing a little bit by little bit by little bit.
Little by little.
That's controlling. They want to control you. They want to isolate you. Drama. Rocky is low. Yes, he is a low budget individual. You're so right, Miko. He made me want to pop him the other day too. Now, why?
What with all that stuttering?
Hello. Did you see all that stuttering he did and answer the question? Oh, you can't think of a lie quick enough to go along with it? Come on, dude.
Yeah.
Now, here's something I thought. I was just like, really? I said, when they got there for the concert, SWV, Xscape 3, they all were at the same hotel, had it blocked off for them to be.
Yeah.
Where was Latasha?
In a house.
See, Latasha sang a song Afraid is 24 on the gospel billboards. Okay.
I don't know what that means. Is it
on the billboards? It can, they go. If you're in the top 10,
is that out of 100, KJ?
And she's in 24. That's pretty good. Yeah, he was stuttering, Gigi.
24 out of 50.
Yeah, they have. I brought my drink this time.
You saw that, right, Miss Gigi?
He was stuttering bad. Now, I looked at the point that Latasha was in a rental with her husband. They got a chef cooking her breakfast, and they go out on the patio to
Mm-hmm.
have their breakfast, and he come out there and serve them
Mm-hmm.
on the breakfast. I want to choke her.
Freshly squeezed juice.
Yes.
Oh, Billboard
On top
100.
bill.
Okay.
Okay. Miko says, how are you going to be demanding and can barely get you? Exactly. Girl, he was too much for me. Now this man bringing them food out on the patio, or lanai, as he was saying it, lanai. They out there eating breakfast out there. She got a makeup crew. She got a person that picks her wardrobe. Did you see the girl while she talking, study combing her hair, brushing her hair? Did you see that?
I saw that.
I was like, what the hell?
Wait a minute. She's not singing. It's not like she just
Standing there.
performed. She walked into a rehearsal.
Lay.
Here, everything is done. Why are you back there?
Brushing her hair. No. Did you see the wardrobe person pulling on her boots, straightening her boots up, making sure they were straight, doing the scene? Did you see that?
And then they want to laugh when who was it? Lily was like, okay, Miss Diana Ross just came in the building.
And she's standing there with her entourage. They carrying water and stuff coming in for her to drink. And I'm looking at when they pulled up in this bus.
12 people.
All these people got off, and then she gets off last like she's Queen Victoria. I'm like, really?
Okay, Miss Steph, let's start from the beginning of the show. Let's break it down from the screenshots.
Go for it.
I mean,
I know you got your notes. I seen them. Come on with it, girl.
This was a cliffhanger from the last week episode,
yes,
right?
It was.
So when it came back and they were showing her the screenshots, and she called Rock on the phone, and Rock is like, "Oh, you don't have to say 2 words for me. You don't have to speak for me." And then automatically he starts talking, and you're like, "What is he saying?"
He was going this way
in 10 circles,
and I'm like, "Can you make a full sentence?"
Then he said, "Oh, his text messages should be the same text message that I have, and I have it. So then why didn't you just send it over?"
Exactly.
Just send it over. Or me as a wife, as soon as I get in the house, let me see your phone, babe.
Let me see the text
message. Up for the promoter.
And I'm gonna in the text
align it with the pieces of paper
that he got that $10,000. Now all of a sudden now you didn't get no money under the table.
But did you see in the interview though? In the interview when he was like, "Oh, but if I you can't steal nobody's
Girl, that's on my notes. You can't steal nobody's money and have it redirected and deposited into my account. I'm like,
What are you talking about? Everybody knows you can co-sign a check
and deposit it.
And then he says, "Oh, but I don't know nothing about it." But even though I don't know anything about it, if you was gonna steal somebody's check, you would have to know A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
And you just told on yourself.
C, D, E, F, G is everything that the receipts show.
Exactly.
He said, you gotta have their social security number, check.
You have to have some form of ID.
What?
The passport, check.
You gotta have somebody to sign it,
check. And then you have to endorse it. Check.
All of that.
She says, when you're slower than snail turds, you cannot have high expectations from those types of individuals.
And then he said, plus I don't know nothing about that anyway.
Yes.
Because he realized he was talking too much.
He got to run his mouth.
And then you remember she interrupted. "Oh, but in the past, like if you bring in somebody, then you probably get a little extra cut or what." That's not the point.
He denied the kickbacks. He denied stealing that girl money. You can't do that. Who heard or you have to do that? When he went through the steps, I just shook my head.
I heard the steps. I was like, for somebody who don't know nothing, you sure know a lot.
Know a lot.
Allegedly.
See, back during that time, you could sign and say, what's a check? But not many banks would. That's right. That's right. Back at that time, you could sign somebody's
Absolutely.
name
That
to it
was easy
and
to
deposit
do.
it to your bank account.
Because not
That's what
everybody
Tamika was saying.
had an account.
Right. Tamika was
So it was
saying
easy to
that
just,
that was not her signature. That
yeah,
was her sister's
as long as
writing
you have the
on that
money
check.
to clear it.
So come on. He need
As long
to
as you have the money to clear it.
exactly. And I just shook my head at that.
But
And
that
then the clip,
stuttering, though, that stuttering was everything.
girl, it told on itself because it said
Yeah,
that he was
it
so
sure
guilty
did.
that he couldn't even get the words to cover up his own lies because he was gonna tell on his doggone self.
So remember when he said, I don't need kickbacks.
Yeah,
He said,
I get my money the right
kickbacks are
way.
for people who have to hustle. I ain't got to hustle. That's no kickback. And then he said, basically, if you pay me, it's because you owed me. I'm confused.
Yeah.
Did the person owe you? Is it a kickback?
Were
Which
you
one is it?
hustling?
But I thought you said you didn't get any money. I mean, you didn't talk to that guy at all about Xscape.
But
so why would
then
he be
you
paying you?
backdoored and said that you had a meeting with him. He backdoored and said he had a meeting with him, and when he was talking to him, Latasha was on the phone, and then she tried to cut that piece off. When he said that, she started talking about something else to get him to shut up.
Gotcha. And then at one point
he cashed the checks. Yeah, at a check, you sure right.
Allegedly, but definitely.
Yes, ma'am.
That's it. That's all you need.
I think the part
I ain't steal sugar honey iced tea if they paid me because they owed me. I'm so confused, dude.
Girl, he kept putting himself deeper and deeper in a hole. And that's why Latasha tried to change the subject because she realized you basically telling on yourself, dude.
But you know what? She wants to play as if she's innocent and naive and she don't know what he's doing, right? But she has to know. The text thread indicated that she knew what was going on. Because he said, "Oh, I showed her."
It was to all three of them.
Right.
So she got the message. She read it. She know what's going on.
Because she would have known that she would have to placate the other girls so that they could,
and that's what she was told to do. To push the girls into doing the deal and signing the contract, and this way he'd get the extra kickback. And she knew to do that because she was the one to say, well, we could do it. We can make it work. We can do this, that, and the other. So you knew.
What I don't get though, Miss Steph, this is what I don't get. Audience, this is what I don't get. Tell me if I'm wrong with this. If you're in a relationship with somebody, whether it's a marriage, a friendship, whatever type of ship it is, if you hear that somebody you're in a relationship with was accused of something, and somebody can bring the receipts and say, oh, hey, this is why I think she said this or did this or blah, 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 blah. Aren't you going to at least look at them? They're not going to make any sense at all. No. You're not going to look at them and look at what the person who's saying in their defense. Of course, you're not going to believe immediately just because I give an accusation. Oh, it has to be factual. Proof. But at least I'm going to go back and say, hey, husband, friend, sister, what is your... I mean, they're going to talk their way out of it. Okay, but what is your proof? Because this is what they have. How can they have a text message from Susan, right? From your phone, and so where are your text messages that match up with that date and time from Susan's?
Right.
Let me see that. Here are the receipts that she said with the signed checks. Let me see. What's it? No? You're not
You
going to
have
have any
nothing to say
conversation.
that you
Oh,
didn't
we
do
have
it.
conversation, but then you come back because I was so confused because you're watching it and they're giving this accusation and he's, BSing them on the phone and she has a text in front of her and still she just walks up and leaves, but it never actually gets resolved.
Right.
Like, did he or didn't he? And how are we going to move forward
Right.
if he did, in fact, did?
She don't want
Because
to admit.
what reason would the promoter have to lie? And
Exactly.
clearly they know that they're not lying allegedly, because that's why I said, hey, here are the screenshots, here are the texts, you
All
can
the
read
text
it
messages that
yourself.
I had with him, where we discussed this whole information. This is my documentation to show that this is what he asked for. This is what I'm giving him. This is why he's getting it. This is what we need to. I told him to get his wife to do, and this is what this and that and the other. It's all dot 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 dot.
It's all dots that you can connect and make a straight line,
Exactly.
but with them there's no line.
He went everywhere. He went loops and
The
curves.
Zorro.
I mean, his statements did not connect.
No.
And he would jump from here to there and here to there and here to there. And then when they asked about the that was the after show. I can't say that right now.
Oh, you can't say that. Okay. What else happened on this episode, Miss
I
Steph?
was also I want your opinion and I want everyone's watching's opinion. I want your opinions on the outfits that the ladies wore for the concert. What were your opinions of the outfits? SWVs and Xscape. Hi, Sean. How you doing?
Hello, Sean.
I want to know your opinions of the outfits.
My brain is trying to remember the outfits now. I think they were okay.
Because I remember what Taj said. We don't dress like strippers.
Oh, yes. Well, some were more revealing than others.
Yes. And
Yeah.
I was looking at the outfits and it made me remember what Todd said about the stripper comment.
But
And
Coco's was a little risque.
She's never dressed
I've
like
never
that.
seen Coco show that much, even though
She's
it was
never
underneath
showed
that
that much
mesh.
flesh.
Yeah.
She's
Mm-hmm.
never done that.
Mm-hmm.
So that was interesting to me that she changed her overall normal appearance for the show, because they would normally be in overalls and t-shirts but she had on more revealing than normal.
I liked how I still liked that they all looked like one unit.
Yes.
Yeah.
All their colors were the same. They were the black with the silver or the rhinestone accent. So if they got on stage together, nobody clashed. They looked like they were unison, and I did like that part.
There were some body parts that were just up here.
Girl, I was like, why is everybody breast up in their chin?
Why is it in your chin? Like what?
I said that myself. I said, how you gonna sing and dance and your chest is
Oh goodness.
Oh goodness. I thought that was
hey Fruganista. She said titty.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
That's a good way to put it.
It was. I mean, all you saw was hi. And I just cracked up because I was like, man, or wow.
We talked, Fruganisa, we were talking about the humana on Rocky's part. What's his take on all the stuttering, right? The stuttering about the
money,
the kickback receipts.
Yeah. I'm sorry, y'all. My throat has been acting crazy.
Where's Gigi?
And I've been coughing, and I don't know why, but it's gonna go away.
It's the weather too.
It is. This weather
Like
keeps
today it
switching
was
back
so
and
hot
forth.
outside, like 80
Okay, KJ
degrees.
says the outfit, Xscape's outfits was hot. Look at them eyes.
What happened?
KJ says the Xscape outfits was hot, and he got the buck eyes looking at him. Yeah, he talking about that titty committee.
As he
Yes,
should.
Lion Rocky. Oh my goodness. Yes, he couldn't keep his lies straight. He was stuttering, so trying to keep his lies straight.
Together. Oh,
Oh my goodness, he's lied so much that he doesn't remember everything he's lied about.
you don't know if he's coming or going.
But I think the show went well. But I tell you what, she says, Shifty Eyed Ninja, right? Is a mess. You're so right. You're so right.
What was happening in the show when Coco was like, "Are y'all from New York?" When she was saying to Lily
Because
and
they,
Taj, what
because
weren't they talking?
what were
She's
they,
like,
what were
"I
they?
ain't got no more medication."
Oh yes, that rehearsal. Because um, one, people come in late and not being able to know where they're supposed to exit off and when they're supposed to come in and whatnot on the show. And so people were not leaving the stage when they were supposed to. And that's when she started saying, look, we up here trying to get a damn song. I'm tired of this song. We need to get who's coming in and who's going off stage at the right time because people ain't doing it. And I'm out of medication. I was like, oh my goodness. And then it didn't help that the guy on the sound said something smart and Coco and they were going off behind it. Yeah, I didn't think they were rehearsing too close to showtime and wasn't getting stuff right. I was a little nervous about that too. I was. I thought it was funny that when they come up on stage, Tamara, are you there? You froze. You're frozen. Wave your hand. I thought that she got to come back. I thought that the rehearsal was really nerve wracking because it looked like they didn't know what they were doing. Everybody was coming, some were leaving out, and one coming in early. They weren't coming in on time on their songs, coming up on the stage for the introduction. And then when it's time for them to leave out, they wasn't leaving out on cue, and it was just a mess. And I was like, this show is not going to be working. It's not going to get it because they are not right with this rehearsal. I saw that and I was really a little shaky about the show. But then when I saw the actual show and saw how they were very professional doing the show, doing their songs, what she say? But they did, yeah, they did it. Both groups still had the voices. They really wanted them to end with week. They should have ended with week because week was the bigger song. I think they should have ended with week. I think that would have been the showstopper. But I admit, like Coco in rehearsal, Coco said that she didn't think it was proper to be doing R&B or pop or whatever they were doing and to stop and do a gospel song. She didn't want to do that because she said that wasn't right to her. It didn't feel right in her spirit for them to stop doing dancing and whatever and then do a gospel song. She didn't like that. Yeah. And I think that the whole thing with the gospel song, even though that was a song they came to Jermaine Dupri to sing with, to get him to see them, I don't think it was appropriate myself. It didn't help the sound guy saying stuff. You're right. Yes, he was. That sound guy mouth was going too much, and when they heard him, they was about to fly off the handle about his comments So impressed with Tiny's singing voice. Yes, she can. She can still carry that tune. She can hit them notes. Tiny was on point, and I did like the fact that they were all still there. Here's Tamara back.
I lost my internet.
Girl, only yesterday the storm was here and we lost power while I was trying to
Oh,
work on
wow.
something. So I totally understand.
What did I miss? What did I miss?
You missed where it said we were talking about rehearsal. And the rehearsal, it made us nervous that they went on step on that rehearsal. But like Free Lisa said, they did come out and they did their thing. The voices were still there. But I agree that Week should have been the closing song.
And on top of that, Week went triple platinum.
Exactly. Week should have been the last song. And then Shauna says that the sound guy was out of pocket. He was making all those comments and they were hearing them. And SWV was finna go left on his behind.
Oh,
making them comments.
It's not the sound guy. It was
the sound guy making them smart remarks.
It was Don Juan. Don Juan ain't a sound guy. It was Candy's guy. Candy's right hand.
Well, he was down there on the floor by the sound guy. And that's what we were talking about, him down there. He was making them sly comments.
Yeah, he's like, oh, that's corny.
Yep.
And Tosh was like, corny?
Yes.
Who said that?
I was like, okay. And then he never would say I did or make acknowledgement that he was the one making the comments.
The other guy was like, oh, it was Don Juan.
He was about to get dragged. And KJ said he was impressed.
And then Cope was like, finally, oh, y'all thought it was just me.
Yes.
Everybody up in here disrespecting us.
And that's when Candy looked and said, make that face like anybody. No, y'all were disrespecting Xscape.
You know what Candy keeps saying, and Candy's my girl, right? But Candy keeps saying that it really was, none of it was personal. It was definitely just business.
Yeah.
And what I realize is that we're going to have to go back to these comments because they're going back quickly. What we realize is that SWV compromised in the beginning of the show, right? When they're talking about which songs, and they compromise on that. They compromise on co-headlining.
Yes.
They compromise on something else. And now they also were the ones to compromise on the last song. It should have been Weak.
It should have been Weak.
It should have been
the closing song.
It should have been.
It was a bigger hit. It should have been the closing song. I agree with them on that. Of course,
people are going to sing Understanding. Yeah. But Weak was just the most classic song. Like, to me, it has a more it reaches a wider audience.
Yes.
Like, some people might know 2 words from Understanding, but Weak, everybody and their mama. So
the audience was out their seats. They was all singing and dancing and all the uproar about Weak. And I agree. Weak should have been the closing song.
It should have. They should have.
I just had a little bitty issue with the gospel song. And Coco said that she didn't think that was the right place and time to do the gospel song in the middle of a concert, R&B, hip hop, whatever. And you're going to stop and then sing a gospel song, then go back to singing R&B. She said she wasn't feeling that.
She said she never, in general, she doesn't
about her sex book. Yeah, she tried to promote her book.
Yeah, she says she never does gospel in her set.
Yeah.
But see, again, she compromised.
Yeah, they compromised again.
That stage singing.
At first she was like, then she started singing some of it. Who?
What did KJ say about Candy? Can you go back to the previous few comments, because I can't see them at all because I just came back in. I can't see them.
I got here. KJ said the outfits were hot. And then there was Lion Rocky.
Mm-hmm.
Shifty Eyed Ninja.
That's the last one I got.
Okay, then your rehearsal made me nervous. I'm like,
Oh, okay.
yeah, it did, because they was going out wrong, coming in wrong. Yeah, it made me
Mm-hmm.
nervous. But they did get it together. When I
Mm-hmm.
saw the clips they did show the show, they did do a great job. Let's see, it didn't help the sound guy was saying his stuff out of pocket. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
if he'd have got snatched, they'd have thought he was wrong. They were wrong. I'd have snatched him. And then KJ said he was impressed with Tiny singing. The girl
Okay.
can sing.
Yeah. Yeah, they could blow.
And then Free Glista was laughing at the. Then Candy's guy should definitely know better. Yes, he should know better than since they're talking, making those comments, and you at the microphone. They gonna hear what you're saying, dummy.
Yeah, that's don't nobody want to hear that.
And he was wrong. He was out of pocket.
Even if it's true, you don't want to hear that.
Nobody want to hear that. And then KJ, yes to the outfits.
Okay.
Girl, this cough is gonna work my nerve. It's gonna have to go away.
Yeah, I
And
like the outfits.
I think what really got me was after the show when Tasha wanted to talk to me. Tamika wanted to
Mika
talk to
wanted to
Tasha.
talk to Tasha. Uh-huh.
Took her in the room where nobody's in there but them two.
Mm-hmm.
And how she did her and walked out on her trying to talk to her was really ugly.
Yep. Oh,
And
but
then
I
she
love my
said,
sister. I want to talk to my sister, but my sister won't return my calls. We need to really sit down and have this conversation.
but
But
she
that's exactly
tried.
what she's trying to do.
She's tried several times. I remember getting so tired a week during the 90s. They put
That is true, KJ. 24/7. I
yes,
mean,
they did.
when you think of the 90s, you can't think of the 90s
Yes,
without thinking about week.
you can.
Can I think of the 90s and not think about understanding? Absolutely.
Yeah.
But week is timeless. Understand is a good record, but
It's a good, but I think Week should have been the closing song.
yeah.
Hello, Nancy.
Nancy
Hush.
had to catch the news.
I think when Latasha walked out on her, the way she did was so
That was hurtful.
that was so rocky.
Yeah, that was hurtful.
That was so hurtful. And then she gonna ask her, "What about us? What about us being sisters? We're sisters. Them your sisters now." I'm like, wow.
She said the
Wow.
entourage treat her better.
Yeah, we were talking about their style, how they
Okay,
changed,
Gigi.
how Coco was being a little bit more revealing than normal, than
Uh-huh.
usual, put it that way. Their style
Yep.
did change. It's they stepped up their game a little bit on their wardrobe.
Mm-hmm.
But how the other members of Xscape came to her, the Kleenex and told her, it'll be okay. Because the way her sister was really ugly, really ugly. And that was a rocky move. But her
Mm-hmm.
entourage made me sick. Girl, her entourage. Tasha wanted Tamika. Yes, she did. Because she keeps saying she didn't apologize. She didn't ask for my forgiveness. But the girl apologized to you. And she's been trying to talk to you for months and you won't answer her calls. And that's one thing that was said on one of the shows I watched. How is Latasha not going to answer the phone to her sister?
Mm-hmm.
Not going to answer the phone to Candy? But you're going to answer the phone to talk to
Mama
Candy's
Joyce.
mama.
Yeah.
But you ain't talking to nobody else. But
Mm-hmm.
you answer the phone, talk to her. But like she said, I ain't got that gal number.
And she changed her number.
Yes. So if she didn't have your number in the first place, and now you changed it, how did she get it? I'm trying to get an understanding. Is she
But you see,
telepathic where she can read it from your mind? How did she get your number?
it seems though, Miss Steph, like the dynamic in the family used to be the mother, Tasha, as almost like a second mom, and then Tamika, right? And remember, Tamika is older. Sorry, Tasha is a little bit older as a sister,
Right.
right? So it's always kind of like, yeah, we're sisters, but I'm going to take up for you. I'm going to stand up for you. Anything you say, I'll do. Even if you beefing with Candy and you want me to lie and say she slept with everybody, I'm going to lie and say she slept
I'm
with
gonna have your
everybody
back.
because I'm going to have your back. I'm your sister,
But
right?
see, the thing of it is, the mama thought that Latasha was gonna be the breadwinner because, like your daddy said, her father said that she first started going out and singing places when she was 11 years old. So the mother thought that Latasha was going to blow up and be the money bringer, that she would take care of her. And then as they Xscape started climbing up, then that's when the mother started saying she was the one that thought of the name and brought them together. And it was the father who was with them with their group. And when they changed their name to Xscape, he was like, okay, that's the name y'all want. We'll run with that. And he still, when he realized that he was over his head as a manager, then he went and found them a manager that would work with them, that would take care of them. And he stepped back. But the mother tried to say that she's a fifth member of Xscape. Yeah, she was 11 when she started singing.
Yeah, so I was making the point that when KJ says Tasha wanted Tamika to kiss the ring, that's usually what Tamika does.
Yes, she does.
She does what the family wants her to do.
To stay,
seemingly from the outside looking in. Of course, we don't know 100%. But it seems like that's what she always did. And now she's out here standing up for herself. And
they say that she's wrong.
That's exactly. Now that becomes a problem.
Yeah.
Right. And in one of the interviews, Natasha said, oh, I thought my sister was going to come and say,
oh yeah,
she doesn't like him and Rocky, like if Rocky's taking me away from the family, or I'm too much under him or whatever. And all of those things that she said was kind of implying that she would have, as opposed to Tamika standing up for herself and saying the things that she's saying right now, she would rather her come to say, oh, you and Rocky are too tight, or you're too much under him, or whatever. So that would make it better for her.
I think what she wanted was her sister to tell her that all the crazy stuff that she was thinking about her marriage, it was real.
Oh.
To confirm it. Because everybody else keeps saying it. And like she said, that he's keeping her away from her family, keeping away from her friends, telling her what to say, telling her what to wear. Gotcha. If her sister would have came and said, Rocky's controlling you, he's doing this, that, and the other, that'd confirm what she was already thinking, and she'd agree with her sister.
Well,
but she didn't do that.
She's an independent thinker now.
She didn't do that. She didn't come in to the queen. She didn't come to the queen and talk to her. And I think that on the after the show, it was Latasha and Coco.
The after show was very interesting.
Yes, because he was asking Latasha the questions that we all wanted to know.
Yeah, but he also wasn't keen on follow-up questions,
right?
And clarifying. It's almost like he also was drinking the Kool-Aid, because the very first thing he asked her to do was what, Miss Steph? Let's get into it. What's the first thing he asked her to do?
He asked her to clarify
something she said.
Yes,
that people took the wrong way.
Oh,
the wrong way?
Wait, this is what got me. That's what I have in my notes, girl.
Yes, ma'am. Let's talk about it.
He told her, he said, now you said that you have an open marriage, an open relationship. And she says, that's what I wanted to get clarified.
Mm-hmm.
Because I said people interrupted me and I didn't get to say what I wanted to say. No, you were on your own camera talking.
Yes.
There was no one interrupting you. There was
Yep.
nobody in the room with you. You were talking to your own camera on YouTube, talking about your
Instagram.
whole situation.
Mm-hmm.
You said you had an open marriage, open relationship.
And it's
Now you
nobody
trying to
else's
say,
business.
right,
And you know everything. You and your husband talk.
yes.
Mm-hmm. So
And
all these
now you're saying
accusations,
it
she's
was
aware of the accusations.
misunderstood. I meant that we have open communication. I
I'm
said,
sorry, are you not supposed to have open communication in your marriage?
girl, when she said that, I was like, really? You said that you had an open marriage slash relationship. You knew about everything and it was okay with you. But when somebody from the gospel community or someone from Motown or whoever told you that an open marriage does not
We don't
set
do that
well
over
in the
here.
gospel
Yeah.
community.
Uh-huh.
So
Mm-hmm.
now she's trying to backpedal and say, I meant to say, well, they were just interrupting me so that we have open communication. And I was like,
That's when I paused. I said, pause this TV. Because looky here. What you're gonna not do is play with my intelligence.
exactly.
What you're not gonna do is tell me I didn't hear something I know I heard.
That you said out your
That
own
came out of
mouth.
your mouth.
Come on, you had so many people interrupting you and people wouldn't let you talk. This is what you
I didn't
said to
hear
the
her say
camera
that
one on
part.
one.
I didn't hear her say that part, but it was just crazy. Like, what do you mean?
She said
Oh,
people were interrupting her and
mhm.
she didn't get to say like she wanted to say it. And I'm like, well, nobody in there with you. And wasn't nobody talking with you. You said that you had an open relationship and you knew everything that was going on.
And then Rocky got on, I think it was Tasha K, and he said they did not have an open relationship. So now she has to come and backtrack because he already done put it out there that they don't.
Right. About this woman he's been
So
having an affair with for 5 years
everything,
and has a child with.
everything just makes her look like a fool.
Oh,
And she wants
so
you to
stupid.
be right up in that fool train with her.
That foolishness with her.
I'm not doing it. I'm sorry,
I'm
ma'am.
like,
That's when I lost any respect I had. I lost it
yes.
because I'm like, mm-mm. I know I heard what I heard. You're not
You're
gonna
right,
play me like
Fugalister.
that.
She
Mm-mm.
said it. She said it.
She
She
did
said
say
it.
it.
She
She did
said it.
say it. She
And
did
then to
say
sit
it.
there and try to change the scope and clean it up and
Mm-hmm.
shine it up because she
And
wants to be
then
big in the
and
gospel.
then Andy's over there sopping it up. Like what?
He
Andy,
didn't
you
come
have
back.
two
He
ears.
didn't come back and say what I would ask. Well, on your interview, you said, well, not
Yes.
interview, you came live on
Yep.
YouTube and you said that you had an open relationship and you
Mm-hmm.
knew about everything. So now you
What I meant was
backtracking.
we have open communication. What?
And I'm like, don't every husband and wife talk?
Uh-huh.
So I'm trying to understand your comment.
Mm.
But when she said that, if you'd have looked at Coco's face, Coco was like, you should look at
No,
Coco.
Coco was like, yeah, that's right. That wasn't
Coco.
the point where Coco did that face. Coco did
Co-
that face later on.
Coco did like this when she said that
Yeah.
with the big eyes. And then on
Mm.
down when she was talking about, I think it was her sister or the tour or something, and that's when Coco gave her the boo-boo face. Do y'all think she will ever recover from? I don't think so. I don't know because she
Mm.
did definitely damage on her brand. of trying to be so pure and innocent.
I
The
don't know. I
receipt,
think
the receipt
I,
show one side, and then the open
mhm.
relationship comment bit her in the butt.
I think the people who rock with her are gonna rock with her.
Yeah.
I think the people who were on the fence or the people who were like, oh, yeah, she's cool. I don't really know her, know anything about her, but we love her voice. She's from Xscape. I think she's losing those people. But the
Mm-hmm.
people who are like, oh my goodness, Latasha's little, the people who love her and rock with her, they gonna still rock with her.
Yeah.
That's
I
what I
agree.
think.
I agree.
So
And what else? Let
I
me
don't
open
know.
my notes back up to the after show. I know I put on there about that. Because she said, I'm a positive person and I
Mm-hmm.
always try to stay positive. But Tamika's always had issues. She's always had problems. I would tell her when we were growing up that you
Yeah, what
stop
was
doing stuff
that?
and behave because she's making herself look really
And
bad
all my
with the
she used
Christian
to get in
men.
trouble by
I'm like,
my
oh
aunties,
my
and
God. I'm like,
she
oh
had to
my,
get kicked out of school. And I'm just like, what is all of that you rubbing in the child's face? She
why
was
are you doing
13,
that?
14, 15.
I'm like, that was really out of order.
She kept saying that she wants to find resolve and she
Right.
wants to,
I want to fix our relationship because we were
yeah.
always close and da 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 da. She
But
said,
how you
I
gonna fix
believe.
them?
She said, well, I believe that Tasha and Rocky have an open marriage. Rocky has opened to cheating and Tasha's open. You show right. She's up to covering it up. You are so right.
That is definitely the openness. Yep.
Because
Because
he got,
everybody started to say, oh, it's
yeah,
a one-side open marriage. All of
that's
a
it.
sudden
Because
now
he got a
she's
child.
changing it.
You've
Yeah,
been with this woman for 5 years. You have a child with this woman.
I
If
don't
this
want to be
woman
with
wants to be
nobody that I'm
vindictive,
gonna have to cover up for them. No, 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 no.
mm-mm.
Make me look like a fool out in these streets.
If that woman
No,
wants to
sir,
be
no,
vindictive,
ma'am.
she could request
Mm-mm.
DNA and put child support on his behind. But she ain't gonna do that because he's paying her bills already.
Is he paying her bills or is she paying his bills? Shoot.
I'm talking about the side piece.
Hmm. I don't know.
I'm just like,
Didn't the side piece say that she had to pay some American Express bill or something like that one time?
yeah. She said
How
one
did
time
that
she had to
go?
pay it because he didn't. He said he wasn't gonna pay it, and she had to pay it.
Hmm. But all I know is for somebody who keeps saying, I want to reconcile this relationship. I want to fix this relationship. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
I done call her. She not returning my calls. First of all, you know where your sister live. A,
Exactly.
right? That's A. B, the same way you got her to come over to your mama house, you
Mm-hmm.
can do that same very thing. Or you can just go somewhere where there's a third party that don't know nothing about y'all.
That's right.
And because I don't understand, you said you want receipts, she give you the receipts.
Right.
Yet it's not making any connection with you. You're not even acknowledging. And Andy asked her about that. What did she say? She did just like her husband and talked around the
Circles,
question, never actually
circles, and
answered the question.
circles. Yes.
Right? You saw the receipts. Oh, I just saw them the same time y'all saw them. So,
So you still
what is
saw them.
your opinion on them? Well, what do you think?
You still not. You still scapegoat. You know. The
Still
girl,
not
you
doing
told
nothing.
her, well, if it's true, you're gonna have proof. Well, she got
Then
you.
she was like, oh, why don't you get Rocky to come answer these questions? Because now
Yes.
she's starting to feel the heat.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Asking about the question about the money, the
Mm-hmm.
receipts, the
Mm-hmm.
open relationship, and he came back again and asked her a question about the money, and she was saying, well, why don't you ask Rocky? And Rocky is the best person to ask about this. And he
Mm-hmm.
was like, oh, okay. Me, I said, where's Rocky? Because he was there. Bring a chair on, let Rocky come on.
To make her sister look bad or remove. Yeah.
Yes, that's what she
Mm-hmm.
was doing.
Because at one point, after the first video, I think after the first show, she was out there doing interviews trying to make it seem like Tamika was crazy.
Yes.
Like
She was saying
literally
that she's always been
crazy.
crazy. They always had to look out for her.
Yeah.
They should. You're right. They should have had Rocky.
That's exactly, but he
Yes.
wasn't there. He never went. That's probably why he never went Frugalista, because he wasn't in the studio.
You
He
know
was
he was
not in the
somewhere near.
studio.
He was somewhere near.
Because he know Andy would have put him back there.
Yeah.
And then he'd have had to answer some questions.
He was somewhere
Mm-hmm.
near. He
Mm-hmm.
knew it. I just think that she's burning bridges that she's going to need. And when you have a sister that's always been there for you, supported you, and that's one thing she said. She said on stage when she was singing, her sister would normally come over and tell her, "Girl, you sang that, girl," or pep her up, pat on the back for her singing. She said she didn't even do that.
She did it to Candy.
She did the Candy. She said, "Sing it, girl."
Mm-hmm.
She went over there and hyped up Candy. She didn't come to you.
So then you come hype up your sister then.
Exactly. When she sang that part and sang the crap out that part, you didn't come over there and pat her on her back. And when she was on the stage and it was Candy, Tiny, Tamika, and Latasha, you scooted over. So you wouldn't be that close to your sister. And then they moved her next to Candy and had you next to Tiny, and then you stayed in your spot. I watched that. I'm like, this woman here. She needs
Not this woman here.
She needs to go in the shed for a minute. She needs to go behind that shed and let's get a switch.
Not the shed. Oh Lord.
Because at the end of the day, if something happened and Rocky went off with her money or do whatever, what he's looking to do, you gonna have nobody to lean on but your family.
What did her sister tell her?
That Rocky was gonna run over.
You better make sure you save a room in Mama's house.
Yes,
because he gonna lead you into the broke house.
He gonna take your money, and I bet you anything, he has total control over her money.
Yeah,
and I'm sorry,
some paperwork that he got her to sign, and she don't even know.
Yeah, and she don't know what she signed. And if
she
leaves,
we forgot the biggest faux pas, Miss Stephanie. Do you remember when Andy was like, "Oh, so she's accused you of your sister's accused you of this and that and the sex tape? What something about the how do you feel about your mother and something the release of the sex tape or something with Tamika's sex tape?" And she's gonna be like, sex tape? And looking at Coco like, sex tape? Why? She's acting like she don't know nothing about the sex tape.
And you got the sex tape, and you told your sister that if she didn't stop talking about that money, you was gonna release that tape.
And she said, first of all, and you know what's funny, Miss Steph? That wasn't actually from her number. It was some other random number.
No, they traced it back. That was her mama's phone number.
It's somebody's phone number, because how would they know about the tape? And she told her sister somebody broke in her house and went into her
but only 2 people had combination to the safe, you and your husband.
And the only thing that came up missing was a sex tape.
Yeah.
They think we're stupid. I'm sorry. I can't rock with you if you think I don't have any intelligence. I'm sorry.
And I just sit there and I looked at her and I'm like, you look dumber and dumber each time you open your mouth.
Like, if you really believe the words that are coming out of your mouth and you expect us to believe them, you should do better than that. You should do better. Make it actually make sense. So I can be like, yeah, you know what? Yeah, that sounds right. Yes. But it can't lead me to have 20 more questions.
Because I just
the math has got to math.
It doesn't.
2 + 2 must mean 4.
In her case, it means
You can't tell
16.
me it's 10.
It's not working. It's not
Mm-mm.
working. I think the funniest thing to me of the whole show was the entourage and the
Yeah.
girl combing her hair while she's standing still.
Yep.
I
That was hilarious.
thought you act like you're a bigger star than you really are. Tell me, I have to have my videographer and my
Yes.
makeup artist and my
Yes.
hairstylist and my
Yes.
wardrobe person
Yes.
and my assistant. And I'm
Yes.
like,
And the assistant
and then
has
the
an
bodyguard.
assistant. Mm-hmm.
You see that big old dude? He may be big. Punched him, he going down because he look like he just is worthless. He was a bodyguard.
Tamika's husband is huge.
Yes,
Now that's a bodyguard.
that's a big dude.
You saw him when they went in the room.
Dance.
He stood out front.
Yes,
He was like,
I did.
none of y'all ain't coming in this room.
She said,
Yeah.
Rob Rocket. Yep.
I am telling you.
He stood outside that door and looked at them while they were in there talking. And then when Latasha
Slimy.
come off,
Slimy, Gigi.
yes, he
Mm-mm.
is just. When I see Rocky, I think of what's her name's husband, Wendy Williams' husband.
Mm.
When I
You
see him,
mean Calvin?
yes, when I see him, I think of him. And I'm like, they
Mm.
are doing basically the same things. Basically,
Mm.
the same thing they're doing. The only difference is Rocky is not getting Tamika on bringing her dope. That's the difference.
Hmm. He gassing up her head. That's her dope.
That's it. He's making her think that she's a bigger star than she really actually is
Yep.
with this
You gonna get in here
entourage.
and you're gonna do what you do best. You gonna do what you gotta do and show them and you gonna. Yeah.
And told her to, if this is it, just
This
break it
is
off
it.
with him and be peaceful. Just break it off.
Yeah. Make your peace with it.
But the whole thing of it is, you gonna need them people.
Trust me.
You
She
gonna need
said on
them.
the show that she's still in Escape. She heading back. She gonna lick her wounds and she gonna head right back to Escape.
Yeah.
And at the point where she's ready, Tiny and Candy's gonna be like, okay, well, we done made this money, so we'll see y'all later.
Yeah. That's it. She
Mm-hmm.
gonna need them. And but Tiny, like Tiny said on her show, that when they were working that Escape, when Latasha kept saying that she was gonna go and do solo. Every now she get mad, she gonna do solo. She leaving the group. She leaving the group. Just as they were getting big and doing something, Latasha would want to leave the group. And Candy would always say, "Yes, we got this paycheck today, but what we gonna do tomorrow for the next paycheck?
Mm.
Where the money coming
And
in?
that's why Candy stayed chasing 20,000 bags.
And that's why she keep on hustling and hustling to make sure that she didn't go without or her family didn't go
That's
without,
one thing
that
you
she
can't
had
take
money
away
coming
from
in.
that woman, boy.
And she was just saying on her thing, I saw that she didn't see the chatter on from the after show because she was busy working. She said she did a commercial with her son. She did some show for Hulu, and she did something else. And they finna, the wife of Atlanta's finna come back on, so she's finna be getting ready for a new season of that. So she's got her money coming
She
in.
is booked and
She got her
busy
money coming in from everywhere.
every which corner.
And Tiny
Plus,
said
don't
that
forget she got that Broadway money.
yes. And Tiny said she's always working her way to make sure she gets paid. She said, to be honest, when you see how Lily and Taj were talking about how bad of shape they were in, she said, I can understand that. Who is this at my door? Girl, my doorbell ringing in my ear. She was saying that she could understand, being broke or whatever at, how they were. What is this my husband is doing?
But them escape girls, they stay working. They don't need the big production. They don't
Well,
need
she was
all of
saying
that. They
Tiny
get up
said
there and they sing,
she almost was broke
and
until
you're gonna
she
get a
wrote
good show.
a song for what was the song she said? Waterfalls. Until she wrote that song for TLC. She said, and then she
Scrubs.
started she started getting money coming in from other artists wanting to write songs for them, and that's how she started making her money of writing songs. And then she
Mm-hmm.
started getting into other ventures to have other
Mm-hmm.
avenues of money coming in. And she said that's how she kept things running with her. She said, and
Mm-hmm.
she learned from Candy. You always got to be hustling. You always got to be hustling to keep money coming in.
Mm-hmm.
And she said that she said, but Lily and Taj, with Taj's situation being different now because she's married to a ex NBA player, her
Mm-hmm.
life situation is different.
NFL.
But it's NFL,
Mm-hmm.
and Lily is still, depending on that. That she's saying that Lily needs to find other ways to bring in income. So she said that she was going to be talking to Lily about some things because she wanted to help her have money sources still coming in and not get back into the same predicament she was in before.
Outside of just this touring, touring, touring.
Right.
But they're making a lot of money from these tours from what they've been
Yes.
saying. They're
Yes.
making a lot of money from these tours, but are they investing it, saving it?
That's what that's what
People gonna
that's
do
what
what
Tanya
they're
was
gonna do.
saying. That it's for
But
her to make right choices.
I don't see Lily or even Coco for that matter. Coco lives with her mom. Her mom lives with her. She has her son J. Michael, and she just got her two cousins because her cousin passed away. Cousin was sick and passed away. She got the
Hmm.
twins. Or are they twins? Or I don't know if they're twins, but siblings, and one of them is autistic. So
Hmm.
Coco now has that extra that she has to kind of worry about,
To
'cause
maintain.
she's
Right.
moved them in with her. Um, and then Lily got her kids and they're grown and whatever. But Lily, if you even look at her little condo apartment, she don't seem like she live above her means at all.
No.
She seems like
It's
she
because when she was
remembers where she's been, and
right, and
she
she's
she
trying to
just
make
wants
sure
to
that she
be
don't go overboard.
comfortable.
Right.
Yeah, but not live a crazy life. I don't get that from her at all. With the name
Yeah.
brands and the this and the that, and
Yeah.
yeah, she seems like a simple
Yeah.
girl.
It's that's a lot that Coco's taking on
Yeah,
right now.
Michelle, that's a lot. Mm-hmm.
And I think that the way it ended, they're saying that at the end of the show, they said Latasha was doing her CD, her album with
Mm-hmm.
Motown, and that her and her sister have not contacted each
Still have
other.
not. Mm-hmm.
And she said she noticed. Okay, let's
Don't
see what
make
she
no
said.
sense. Oh, I love my
She said
sister.
yes,
I wanted to sit.
Tiny
I
and
wanted
Candy
to
wrote
talk.
no scrubs.
Uh-uh.
She said yes,
But
Tiny and
still,
Candy wrote no scrubs for themselves, but allowed TLC to have it. And yeah, that's what got them paid.
yeah,
That's what
and that
Tiny
was
said.
the best decision they made back then.
Yeah,
The Scrubs wouldn't have gone nowhere
uh,
if it wasn't for if TLC
right,
didn't sing it. And then they did bills
right.
for they did bills
Destiny's
for
Child.
Destiny's Child.
And Tiny has written songs for other groups, and she's had money coming in for these other
Mm-hmm.
groups.
Them
So she
royalty
writes songs,
checks be
right?
checking.
And then she was saying how she has started a business that she does, and she has that, and it's a family business. Coco also
Fuganisa, but that's
reportedly
the
makes more.
problem.
Yes,
That's why
Coco
they
does make
broke up
more
the
than this.
last time.
What?
That's why they broke up the last time.
Yeah,
Because Coco was basically saying, I carry the group.
yeah,
Yeah, we all sing, but come on, hello. I sing all of these.
yeah.
Uh,
She leads every song.
so I think I deserve a little bit more of the pie. And on the one hand, it sounds very conceited, but on the other
Yeah,
hand, It makes sense.
It makes sense because nobody else is leading the song. They're just they're backgrounding,
It makes sense.
and it makes sense that she makes a little bit more than the other two.
Mm-hmm.
It makes
Mm-hmm.
sense.
Yep.
But it did say that SWV was getting ready to go on tour with Jodeci and somebody
Jodeci,
else.
that's a concert I would go to.
They're getting ready to go on line for that. He says he loves Coco short hair. SWV will be touring with with
Yeah,
Jodeci.
it's cute. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I saw the finger wave thing. I thought that was cute on her.
It's cute. Jodeci, and remember, Coco always had long,
Yeah.
really nice, long, thick hair. Jodeci is the group of the 90s, in my
Yes.
opinion. The group of the 90s, period.
But I'm trying
Male
to
group, female
understand
group,
how
just the
is
group.
Jodeci going
Yeah.
on tour when what is it? JoJo is sick. They
Is he?
showed him a couple of weeks ago. He was barely walking. So
Well, maybe. Well, let's see what. Okay, let's see who's Jodeci, who is going to be there, because they can still use the name, but is it going to be
Casey is going
KC
to be
and
there,
two
but
boys from
I'm
around the corner? Like,
right.
we don't know.
But
Yes, Melissa.
they did have the other
Mm-hmm.
two guys when they first started off. You remember it was four of them,
Yeah, Devante and
and I can't think of the other
Sling.
guy name, but they were on the clip
Sling.
I
Okay.
saw. They were there with them singing. She said,
Oh
"You
yeah,
just can't be Candy's hustle, even in
that's
these
what you
YouTube
say. You
streets."
you gotta respect
Yeah,
her.
she be on it,
You don't have to like her, but you got to
right?
respect her
I
hustle.
respect the hustle,
I'm
and
telling you,
Felix said,
she's
"Yeah,
out,
I
and
saw that."
she's never satisfied.
No,
And even when she got married to Todd,
she
I
still
think it just amplified, because
yeah.
now they're doing more things, and they're
They're
working
doing
and
a
building this
family. They did a
empire
family
together,
show, so that's
on
more
top
money,
of what?
right?
Uh-huh. Yeah, and even she has Candy Coated Nights Live. She has Candy Coated something. She has the Speak on it. Um
She has that
and I think
podcast she
her
does.
all her
I
kids have
saw that
YouTube
today.
channels too, I think.
Free Lisa said, "Oh yeah, she saw
Yeah,
that."
exactly. Even Ace is out there making money.
Right. Candy definitely is a go getter.
She sure is. You gotta respect
And
that woman.
did he have? I think he had a stroke when I saw him because he was barely walking, and they was holding him up. And I mean, he looked
Mm.
frail. So I was like, "How they going on tour?" When that's what I saw him. Boys to Men is the group of the '90s. That's what KJ says.
Excuse you?
It's Jodeci.
Nah, it's Jodeci. Let's vote. Let's vote. Put them in the
Even
chat.
Ace
When you
making
think of the
making
90s
money.
group, whether it's male or female,
Yes,
who first comes to your mind?
yes.
Boys to
On a
Men
'90s
or
group, male,
Jodeci?
female.
Or is
What's
it
the group that
somebody
comes
else
to your mind? That was the best group. The group that you think of that made the
that
'90s.
made the 90s?
Come on, let us know over in the chat.
Come on,
Who
let's
you
see it.
think
Let's see it.
made the '90s?
Drum roll, drum roll,
I want
drum
to
roll,
see
drum
what y'all
roll.
think. Are y'all chicken?
I don't see nobody posting.
I don't see
They
nobody
thinking.
ratting
They
nothing.
thinking. They thinking.
Yes, because I looked at but even with Tiny, Hunty, I had that reality show for a while, and it was on for a pretty good minute, and then they've done talk shows and
They've done a
different
lot.
things. KJ said mint condition.
Nah, B.
Now I love me some mint condition. I really do.
Yeah, but no. You
Okay.
quit breaking my heart with that, KJ.
And Gigi says Xscape was the group of the '90s.
Really, Gigi?
Yes, she did.
Not SWV, but Xscape.
Xscape. Oh my! Did you see when they got backstage after the show? After they did the show, and they showed how they got platinum, double platinum, no, triple platinum
Triple
on 3 of
platinum.
their songs.
Yep.
Triple platinum
You can't beat that, Gigi. I
at
don't think
all. You
Xscape got any
cannot.
of those.
They had 3 albums that went triple platinum. 3. I was like, them girls is doing it. They out there hustling, touring, being known. Their songs are being sung everywhere. They're timeless songs. They're always going to be sung. So I'm liking it. I'm liking it. I really am. But I'm wondering, are they going to show? What did she say? She said, yes, the children even have streams. Yes, Candy got them all hustling to get some money coming in.
And Ace is acting and doing commercials.
Yes. She just did a commercial with her son, she said. So she said she had been busy because this weekend, she said, I've been working. She says, I did a commercial with my son. She said, I did a show, a movie for Hulu. And she did something else. She's saying, she said, I've been busy. She said, and the Atlanta Housewives is going to start back on the new season.
So
I've
they
been
got to
doing
do promo for that.
I'm like, you go ahead, girl. Hustle. Hustle, hustle, hustle.
Hustle hard.
I'm liking hustle. I can't say she's slacking because Candy be on.
Because sometimes you're like, Candy, you doing something else?
I know.
Girl.
He says, kick off her shoes and relax your feet.
Relax your feet.
Yes. Because Candy be on it.
She is not about that.
Nobody else has a group that they thought made the 90s. We just got Mint Condition and Xscape.
Total.
Yes. Oh, man.
Got one for you. Total.
Yes. Total was a nice
Of course,
group.
Envato.
I used to like Envato.
What happened?
I don't like the new Envato. Let me put it that way.
You mean Envato without Dawn and Maxine?
I don't like the new Envato.
Okay.
I like the original group.
The original 5.
I didn't like the way they did Dawn, and I didn't like the way they did Maxine.
You mean you didn't like the way Dawn did them?
Girl, look.
Dawn, a lot of these groups, somebody's always in somebody's ear. You better than everybody else. You should go and do a solo career. And what a lot of them don't understand is that even though you're talented, you work because you work with the group. Right. It works because of how the magic that it comes together when you guys are together. When you remove a piece of that, the magic kind of dwindles. And you think, oh, I'm the best singer, go out there and I'll have the best solo career. And then they all flop.
Well, see, when Dawn was with...
The only person that I know that had a better career as a single artist than as a group was who? Does anybody know? Put it in the chat. The only person that I know did that was more successful.
Diana Ross.
One person. I ain't even thinking about Diana Ross. Okay, I'll give that. Okay, as a female, let's say she's the only female. I'm thinking about a male.
A male?
Mm-hmm. KJ, can you think on who it is? Anybody?
Lionel Richie. That's who I was trying to think of.
That's it, girl.
I was trying to think of it. I couldn't think. I was thinking the Commodores, and I could not think of
nobody else but Mr. Lionel Richie. Okay.
What about Black?
It's the only person that
I think Lionel Richie
ever.
I think Lionel Richie did good, and Jeffrey Osborne.
What group was Jeffrey Osborne in?
He was in LTD.
What's LTD?
Girl, you need to find that group. It was a group called LTD. and Jeffrey
What
Osborne was
what
the
is
lead
it?
singer of LTD.
I'm not talking about Black.
I'm
Black?
okay. I
Mm-mm.
showed my age there.
Nah. We can't go there with Black. Mm-mm.
Boom, like 808.
No. Yeah, Frugal Lisa, we were talking about how, all these group members, you always have somebody who has an ego, like I'm the best singer, and now I want to leave the group and go solo. And
Yeah.
then they always flop. So we said, except for
And I
Lionel
said
Richie.
Donna
He's
Ross, and she
more,
said male, and KJ agreed with me, it was Lionel Richie,
and
but I
somebody
also think
said,
it was Jeffrey Osborne
no, you
because
said Diane, somebody said
I said
Diana
Donna
Ross. I was like,
Ross,
okay,
and
I'll
then I
give her
said
that.
I agree with KJ. I was trying to think of Lionel Richie's name. I was thinking the Commodores, but I couldn't think of Lionel Richie's name. And then you good stuff, LTD. What? Yes, LTD was the group. Girl, you need to
She
go
said,
look them
y'all
up. Girl.
babies.
You need to go look up LTD.
I don't know about
Jeffrey
LTD,
Osborne.
but I can't be messing with that Black Gigi. I'd rather give it to Janae. Who are them other groups? Changing Faces. I'd rather
Yeah,
give it to them girls, 702, than
yeah.
give it to Black. Oh,
Teddy
Teddy P was in
Pendergrass. She said he says Michael Jackson. Yes.
there. I
Teddy
forgot Mike.
Pendergrass.
Oh, see, I
Yes.
didn't think about Lil Mikey.
Yes.
I didn't think about
Teddy.
Lil Michael.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so Teddy was in there.
Teddy Pendergrass. Yes.
Um,
Um,
Osborne was in there, and who?
she
James
said
Ingram, was it? Who else
it
was in
was
there?
who's that? She said who was she laughing? Gigi laughing. Teddy Pendergrass left a group. Um,
Oh, I didn't see. That's before my time.
Teddy Pendergrass, and so did Jeffrey Osborne.
I
He
always
left the
thought they were
group.
just
No, they were part of a group.
I didn't know that.
Y'all, I'm the old auntie in here.
I did not know that,
Yes.
Frugalista.
Jeffrey Osborne was with
Oh.
LTD.
Well, two of the three had a really good career.
Because
Because
Jeffrey
Teddy P
Osborne is
until his
still out there
accident.
singing.
Jeffrey
And
what?
Jeffrey Osborne had just went on tour with somebody. And he
You
still
know
got
who I
that
miss? I
wonderful voice.
miss. Oh, was Al Jarreau in that group?
Al Jarreau was Al Jarreau in a group? I don't think Al Jarreau was in a group. Because as long as I've heard of Al Jarreau, he's always been singing by himself.
I love then there was that guy from Shalimar, but no, he didn't have that big.
Howard Hewitt.
Jody Watley and Howard. They
Yeah.
Technically you could give it to Jody.
Because
I'm
she did
looking
her thing.
for a new love, baby. Let me see.
And who else
I
left
miss
the
James
group?
Ingram.
Yes.
Oh, Babyface group.
Yes, Babyface. He left what was the name of Babyface's group?
LaFace. Wasn't he called LaFace?
No, that was the name of the label.
Oh.
I can't think. What's the name of Babyface?
I'm hearing the song play in my head with the guy with the high voice. Come on, KJ, you know this.
Let's see. I know Babyface left his group, and who
I
else
can't
had
remember.
a prosperous
All
career?
with the brothers.
Yeah, Levert.
Oh, Levert left Levert.
Yeah. And he will still be singing. He had a massive heart attack.
Massive. Take 7?
Yes, that's
Can't
the
be
group.
Take 7.
Yes, that was the name of Babyface's group, Take 7. Yes.
You sure?
Yes.
After 7. After 7.
No, there was a group called After 7.
After 7, because Take 7 is Take 6. Y'all thinking about that a cappella group, Take 6. But what's his face brother?
Let me
Brian
Google
McKnight.
it.
Yes,
I'm finna
After
Google
7.
it.
Yeah. Take Six was Brian McKnight's a cappella Christian group. Yeah, After Seven. Yep, exactly. Yeah, Take Six. Them boys could harmonize, boy.
Babyface is part of what group? Babyface, the drummer L.A. Reid, whom later.
After Seven. It's got to be After Seven. It just popped up in my brain now.
After Seven.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It was After Seven.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. But there have been quite a few men that have left um
Yeah, it's been a few of them. Now I think about it.
and went big.
Yeah, but Lionel stands out to me definitely.
Yeah, from the
Mm-hmm.
Commodores.
Mm-hmm.
And I
And the
think
Commodore still went on and had some hits
they
after
had
he left.
somebody else singing the lead songs.
Yeah.
Babyface was the deal. You're right. You're right. After Seven is his brothers.
Yeah.
You're right. It was the deal.
Ah, yes. Yes, 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 yes.
So we have had quite a few men that left a group and were successful.
What about women? The
Women,
last person that did it, of course, was Beyonce. Who
mm,
else?
let's see.
I know Angie Stone used to be in a group, but
Yeah, Angie Stone was in the group, and I can't remember the name of the
I
group.
can't remember that, but I probably wouldn't even count
She
that.
did. She did good. And
Lauren Hill.
Lauren Hill left,
Hmm.
and that one CD she did was just like boom,
Took off.
and it
Eh,
just ran. I
what is
love
that? What do you mean, Lauren Fruganista?
Patti
How am I
LaBelle.
supposed to read that? Patty
Patti
LaBelle?
LaBelle,
Oh, yeah,
yes,
Patty LaBelle.
yeah. She said,
Hmm.
Lauren, ha ha ha. Lauren did
Um,
that one CD.
and that's all she needed
That's all
to
she
be
did. That
an
one CD.
icon, okay? She's
Yeah,
forever in the zeitgeist as that girl from that
yeah. I
one
see Nana
album. That's
Ross.
all she needed. What
Now
the
I'm trying to
heck?
think of anybody else.
Yeah,
She says
yes, Diana.
the deal. Yeah,
Oh, okay. She was the business, right? With one
yeah. One
album,
was business.
Friganista.
Yes,
That's all it took. And pretty
yes.
much all those songs you can play on the radio now and everybody will jam to it.
Yes. Tina Turner. Yes.
Oh, wait, would you
Yeah.
consider that a group?
She was in a group with Oh Crazy. And then Shaka Khan, she left her situation.
Cher and Bono then, I
Huh?
guess. Bono and Cher. Oh, what's his face? Justin Timberlake.
Yeah.
Latasha
Did
Scott.
you see that? She is so wrong for that.
Well, the jury's still out. Let's see.
We'll see how this
We don't
gospel
know.
album does.
We'll see.
We'll see how it
If
does.
she get a Dove Award for New Gospel Artist of the Year, then we know
Yeah.
she's ready. But mm-mm.
Right now I'm like,
Unless she gets a Dove Award,
yeah.
mm-mm, it don't count in the gospel world.
No, it don't.
It
It don't.
does not.
Well, guys,
them
we've been
doves,
in here
them
for an
doves got
hour
to be
and a
purple.
half. We've been on here for an hour and a half. Fregalist is laughing at you, Gigi.
Yes,
Now I
yes,
know this was
yes.
the season finale for the show the other day, so we'll see what else we want to talk about for
It's
next week.
been
Maybe we'll find another show.
This has been fun.
It
You
has.
know what show I think y'all should watch?
What's that one?
Have you guys been watching the Brother Husbands? Is that the name of the
Girl,
show?
I can't do that show.
Girl,
I
it's
can't do that show.
interesting.
I can't do that show.
It will crack you up. You will crack
I'm just
up.
like, I just can't. I just can't let that show in my spirit.
I hear you. But you will crack up. You're like, what did she just say? What did he? Okay. Whatever floats y'all boat.
Girl, she said too much fun. You two are naturals. That's why we need to find something else. We need to find another reality show to talk about.
Yeah, what y'all got? Drop it
What are
in the
y'all
chat.
watching? What else are y'all watching? Atlanta
Let me see
Housewives. Yeah, I
Housewives is
know
coming
Atlanta
back.
Housewives is coming on in May. So
Yeah, which
we
is
may talk
early. It
about.
never usually comes on this early.
No, they said the other day they was going to be in May.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll do Atlanta Housewives.
Or put us on to something y'all watching out there that we can get into.
Yeah.
What are y'all watching?
Let's see. She said this is her first reality show in decades.
I hope
Me
so,
too.
Gigi.
They got me hooked on the Fugalista when I was doing the live on the Sunday with Tamara. And I talked about it. Everybody got talking about it, telling me I need to look at it. It was getting off to go see it. And I said, no. And then I went watch it. I'm like, Tamara, we need to talk about this.
Fruganisa, when you going on, Miss Stephanie, you have Fruganisa on your show, scheduled for your show?
He won't come on my show. She said she don't do interviews. I asked her.
Oh my God. How is your daughter? Your daughter must be
the
so
prom
old
just
now.
happened. Her daughters went to prom.
I remember watching one time one of her daughters was going to college.
Yeah.
This was years ago.
The oldest girl is in college, and the baby girl just went to prom.
Oh, the baby girl just went to prom.
Mm-hmm. She just went to prom. Yeah.
Time flies.
I know it, doesn't it? She said they're fine.
Oh, God, that's nice.
See, I enjoyed watching her do her kitchen. Gave me ideas.
Oh, I have to go watch.
You need to go watch. She did her kitchen, and you will love it. Frugalista be on it.
I have to go.
I've been watching
I used
her
to watch the halls
for years. Gigi says that Atlanta Housewives, so that's what we're gonna do. Atlanta Housewives. You're so welcome, hon. I've been watching Frugalista for years. Years I've been watching her and watching.
Oh yes, I saw that patio video, Miss Steph. I was like, "Girl, you got all of that back there. You got like 10 kitchens."
Girl,
I was like, "What is happening?"
Yes,
you had a fire pit. Oh,
the fire pit.
So nice.
And look, that's what made when I brought my husband here to see this house after he got out the hospital. When the people who originally put a bid on it, somehow their financing didn't go through. Mm-hmm. And the realtor called my realtor, which is my aunt, and brought us to the house. And Eric had just got out the hospital. He'd been in the hospital a couple of days. Mm-hmm. So we came over to see this house. And when he pulled up in the driveway, he said, "This is it, baby. This is it.
Wow.
This is the house." What did she say? She says, "I'm hooked on." Me too. I'm hooked on FBI, all FBIs and SWAT.
I don't watch the FBI.
I watch them all. FBI, FBI, Most Wanted, and FBI International.
You know what I just started watching on Netflix, y'all? The Night Agent.
My girlfriend told me about that.
Anybody saw that?
She said it was pretty good. My girlfriend.
I am hooked.
But girl, I tell you, when we come through the house, he saw the kitchen and he knew I wanted an island in the kitchen. Yeah. He said, "This is what you wanted right here." And I said, "Yeah, it is. It's got the copper sink. That's what got me, because you know I like copper."
Yeah.
We opened that back door and showed that man that portage that covered patio, the barbecue pit, everything. He was like, "Where the papers? Where the papers?" And I'm ready to.
You were like, oh, this is the coal grill, the wood grill.
Yes.
And then, oh, here's a stove, and there's
Yes.
a gas grill. I was like,
Yes. It's got the wood and charcoal. It's got the
girl.
two burners, and it has the gas one here. And then the fireplace can be a pizza oven. And I'm like,
Oh, gorgeous.
I'm loving it.
I
Because I
love
told
the
him
kind of
as soon
adobe
as,
style it got going on
yes,
back there.
we got to get it screened in because mosquitoes here in Texas is big as horses.
Yeah, I heard you.
So I'm excited about that patio, getting it ready for the summer and the spring. See, I enjoyed you ladies, and I will see you guys again soon.
Thank you, Miss.
Thank you,
Thank
Michelle.
you, Miss Michelle. Nice hanging with you.
She
Thank you
says,
for
I'll
hanging
bring the
with
potato
us.
salad.
Uh-oh.
We're going to be out there
Don't put
cleaning
no
up.
raisins. Don't put no raisins
Don't
up
put
in
no
there. Or
raisins
no
in the
sugar
potato
fruit
salad.
in these stuff.
Girl, no.
What you putting up in that potato salad?
Well, let me get off because I need to cook. So we've been on here an hour and 45 minutes now. And I appreciate everyone that came on tonight.
Yes.
We had fun on here talking about this season finale and the
Yes.
foolishness. And I hate to see it end, but I think we will pick up in May with the Atlanta Housewives.
No raisins. Yes. This has been fun, Miss Steph. Thank you so
Yes.
much for asking me to do this. It was so much
Oh, yes.
fun.
I think when you said you're going to have to watch it, I said, yeah, I'm going to pull her in on this. I'm going to pull her in. She's going to be on.
Yeah.
But I think that the Atlanta Housewives would be good for us to come back on here and talk about. So we'll talk, Tamara.
Yes, ma'am.
And I want to thank everyone for coming on and listening to us chat and run our mouths and laugh.
Right.
And get
What we
off
do
script
best.
and get back on script. But we
Yes.
had fun tonight. It was a season finale, so everything happened. And I want to thank Tamara because she's been holding it down here. This girl been holding it down. We've been having so much fun talking about this.
Yes.
Y'all just don't know.
Yeah.
And I want to thank the people that come and watch this on replay.
Yay.
We really appreciate you guys and love you for coming for replay. So I'm going to finally say you all have a good evening.
Oh, Miss Steph, before
Yeah.
you cut this off, is there a way for you to keep the replay, the chat on? Because I noticed when I go to watch it on replay, it said it has been disabled. Is that something that you do?
No, it's not. It's something that YouTube does.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because I see when I do, remember when I used to do my lives, I used to see my chat on the replay all the time.
Let me see if there's a way for me to look at it and see.
Oh, you did? You got some burgers?
I don't. Let me see. Let me go into settings. Let's see. In
Yeah,
general,
maybe.
let's say show the video and comments banner. Camera, audio, reading, recording. What they do that for? Devices, broadcast, go live, and layouts, crops, navigating, open. Let's see. I'm reading, y'all. I'm reading.
Yeah, because I know Miss Stacy last week was like, "Oh my God, I can't see the chat."
I do not see anywhere where it says about the chats. Not
On
even
the
in the
replay.
general. You're gonna have to find that information for me, Miss Tamara,
and
show me how to keep it on.
I don't know. Because I'm sure I don't have the same settings you have because it starts with you.
Okay, live here, comment, show, and stream your, for example. Click the command to show. I don't know. I'm gonna have to find out how to make it happen. So from now on, that they'll stay there.
Okay.
I'll
Because
use
that's a part of the fun.
Yes, reading everybody's comments.
Oh, I just clicked comment and they popped up on the side of my screen. I don't know.
So I don't see a setting to leave them there.
Hmm.
I'm gonna have to find out, and maybe I can come
Yeah.
back on and make it come back because it saves it on this StreamYard. I'll have to play with it and see.
Okay.
All right.
I'll
Thank
let you
you,
know what you can
everybody,
handle. Okay,
and
bye
y'all
guys.
have a good night.
All righty. Bye, Miss Steph.
Bye bye.